Hi, I'm Phil Ashey from the American Anglican Council with an Anglican perspective on questions for global Anglicans in the 21st century. We're looking at the Cairo Covenant. This document, which you can download if you haven't already, just below the video you're looking at. And it is a covenanted communion within the Anglican communion that's designed to draw people back to the faith once delivered to the saints. But it's around mission. And one of the important things that this covenant says is we want to be really clear. We want to recover full communion, not shades of communion, not wishful thinking, not we're all part of the same family even though we won't talk with each other, but full communion. And so it says in section 2, paragraph 1.6, members of the Global South Anglican Communion are in full communion with one another. And then in section 3, it goes on to define what full communion looks like. And this is what it says. Full communion means each church believes the other to hold the essentials of the Christian faith. Again, it's Anglicanism on the basis of a confessional identity, of a shared faith that we talked about when we unpacked section 1. Consequently, it goes on, subject to such safeguards as ecclesiastical discipline may properly require, members of one body may receive the sacraments of the other. So that means that members of the Gulf Atlantic Diocese of the Anglican Church in North America can go to Sabay Diocese in the Church of Uganda because the two bishops of those dioceses met and said, we are in full communion with each other. And that means that members from the Gulf Atlantic Diocese can take communion and fully participate in the sacraments in Sabay, and likewise, when they come over to the Gulf Atlantic Diocese, they can do the same thing. Consequently, it says, sub B, subject to local invitation, bishops of one church may take part in the consecration of the bishops of the other, thus acknowledging the duty of mutual care and concern. What does that mean? It means that we see Episcopal ministry as something we share as a whole, and because we're in communion with each other, because we recognize that the other that we're in relationship with holds to the same faith we do, we can participate in consecrating their bishops and they in consecrating ours. It goes on to say in subsection C, subject to church regulation, a bishop, pastor, priest, or deacon of one church may exercise liturgical functions in a congregation of the other body if invited to do so, and also when requested, pastoral care of the other's members. It's the great thing about this Bishops' Leadership Summit that we're doing is we're bringing bishops from overseas. They're coming into our diocese in the Anglican Church in North America, and they're doing services. They're preaching. They're celebrating communion. They're leading healing missions. And they're caring for and pastoring some of our members in the process. And likewise, when our bishops go over in these reciprocal mission relationships that manifest full communion, they will do the same thing in the churches in those dioceses. And then finally, subsection D, it is also necessary and complementary that there should be recognized organs of regular consultation and communication, including episcopal collegiality, to express and strengthen the fellowship and enable common witness, life, and service. This goes back, to the ancient undivided church and its councils where bishops came together. It was a college of bishops, and they made decisions together. They consulted with each other. And so we're going to see this more and more in our own diocese here in North America as we create these relationships and enter into these relationships through this covenant and through our Bishops' Leadership Summit. We're going to see our bishops consulting with bishops from overseas in regular ways to guard and propagate and proclaim that faith in Jesus that was once delivered to the saints.